Well, sometimes this happens to fruit trees, and we get fruit trees that produce leaves like this did earlier, and then they suddenly die. In this particular case, the reason for it dying back was because of too much water being applied to the tree. I should correct that. It wasn't too much water. The soil couldn't drain the water it contained. And the reason for that is because of, even though this was excavated the year prior down to about 3 feet, this was old horse property, and the horse corrals, the stalls, were being used for multiple years. The manure accumulated on the soil surface, got buried, and ended up making like a huge layer, almost 12 inches deep, that didn't allow water to move through it, much like peat moss being put in the soil. It just stayed wet and wouldn't allow the water to drain. So we went through here and drilled some holes in with a vertical, with a post hole digger and a hydraulic post hole digger to try to create some drainage for these trees. But in the meantime, these trees started to die back. One of the things that I do is to see how far along or where they're at, is I go to these and I bend them, and I can feel how stiff it is towards the end. That's died, but it's still supple back in here, which tells me there's a chance for this to come back. And so I'm going to help it just by taking my pruning shears and cutting it back in certain spots. Just randomly coming through and cutting back to good wood here. All through the tree back to soft, supple wood, and give it a chance to grow back. I don't know, it may not. Maybe the roots are gone, maybe the roots have rotted, maybe the collar has rotted. I can check that, but I'll cut it back and give it a chance if it's still supple. This is an apple tree, by the way.